So, spawning here in the bottom right for Team CT6 in teal. It's our Protoss player. He's actually Canadian. Looks extraneous.
Oh. That comment about his nationality seemed a little extraneous, eh?
No, it wasn't.
Spawning in the top left-hand... Wow, you're the worst. Spawning in the top left-hand side of the map from Lucky13, giving a shout-out to his captain, the red Terran, which I believe is the wrong color, but it doesn't matter, because Lucky13's Johnnystyles. Johnny don't care what color his team wants to play, Johnny cares how stylish he looks. And styling he is
but he can't play in the right color. Gosh. Again. Yeah, it's waiting for Boss Terran to get globally banned from Twitch again. Already happened once.
Man.
That was
I think it just happened.
No, he got just, I think someone was tying him up. Like, it wasn't me. So.
Did he make an account called Not Boss Terran?
I think he already had the account created because he's had this happen before. So.
I'm sorry that your early game is going to be covered by my ridiculous reaction to that. But
well, it is early game and it is PvP, so nothing much is really.
Nothing happens. No, that's why I like duo casting more than solo casting, because it's nice to be able to chat during early game. Because early game solo casting, you're just like, well, guys, they are doing the same thing you would expect. So that's cool.
Not much different to expect. The Reaper is just a safe build to go for. There's no reason not to do it. It's nice to see players at this level actually going for safer builds, making sure they can rely on just kind of their own play style, not relying on losing to cheese or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And since ExtraneouS isn't on Unseen Gaming, I wouldn't necessarily expect to see DTs. Well, that's
wow.
90%. I'm pretty sure 90% of the Protoss players from Unseen Gaming go for DTs.
I mean, it's Smithy.
When your captain is Smithy.
They didn't? Yeah. If they didn't, what would they be doing?
I think they get kicked off the team, so yeah. Totally. Always happens. Actually, it's not going to be a Reaper. It's just going to be straight into a reactor.
Too. And I'm really bad at counting, as we saw from me trying to count drones in Game 3. I was like, there's the 20. Look at the drone count. It's 33. Oh, man.
There we go, command center. So immediately, just a reactor. So that's, his first 50 gas was just for reactors. That's one way to do it, I guess. I'm not necessarily sure why. I guess because he got his SCV in, and I wasn't too worried about anything else. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and go for a reactor and just get a bunch of Marines up quickly. But that works. I've been seeing kind of an interesting build where you do Reaper expand with it, but you just go for a really quick concussive shell and do your first push with that against the Protoss player to force that overcharge, but also be able to snipe off some sentries, snipe off some of the stalkers as well.
I'm really enjoying chat right now. Chat's a lot of fun, but I realize the VODs are going to be weird when I'm responding to things in chat. Right now, I'm sure chat is like, oh yeah, he's talking to us, but on the VODs, people are going to be on YouTube like, what?
What? Who does that?
Why is all this?
What?
I'm excited to see this from Johnnystyles, because honestly, this is selfish, but this is the only Terran build I know, so I'm excited to see how it goes with someone who actually plays Terran.
Well, in theory.
Well, in theory.
Sorry,
I don't actually know if this is his main race. I'm assuming things.
It is. It's Johnny. I think he's another player who came in the league this season. I think he probably was started at silver and has since promoted. He's just another one. I think Alex Metacore recruited 15 different silver players throughout the season, and they all promoted to gold within a week.
That's ridiculous. Well, yeah, when I joined GNR, I was bottom bronze when I joined GNR, and they got me to gold in 2 weeks. It was ridiculous.
That's what the league's supposed to be here for, so it's no surprise. Johnnystyles already moving across the map with a nice handful, 8 Marines. There's only a Stalker, really 1 Sentry, and a Zealot. There should be plenty to deal with this. It's going to be a really bit of an annoyance if ExtraneouS isn't paying attention, especially. He could lose all of this and lose it all for free and get a forced cancel on the Nexus even. There's a second Sentry.
Sentry's a good unit, though. That second Sentry could make a huge difference. Yeah, at least Johnny knows it. He sees it and he's like, eh.
You could have done that. Totally could have done that. Whatever. There's an Immortal on the way to help out any sort of defense But Johnnystyles does have the capability to make a lot of powerful units here. Double tech labs, you could go for that combat shield at the same time as he is getting stim already. Factory on the way as also already, so very, very quickly Johnny going into his later timings, hoping to catch his opponent. ExtraneouS going for a build that doesn't get a lot of early units, but already, I mean, he's chronoing out a bunch of Immortals. He already has one out, he's still chroning, he's making his next 2 gateways, so he's not skimping on units at all. He's got this Mothership Core as well, so it looks like he could be going for his own sort of bust.
And for the first time that I have ever seen, Johnnystyles actually went for the call down extra supplies. That depot behind his mineral line has a call down on it.
Yeah, that's been there for a while.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one in an actual.
I thought he'd say it again. But factory finished, no starport just yet. Stim's going to be finished here in about 20 seconds. No combat shield has been made, no concussive shell either, so the use of this second tech lab has been a bit, well, useless. Hasn't actually done anything useful for the time being, and ExtraneouS, I'm not sure, he's continuing with these Immortals, so I feel like he wants to try and just bust through his opponent with some early units, with some sentries. There's only one bunker. But I mean, ExtraneouS is going to have stim, but without any medevacs to help support this, and the starport is just now coming down. Already a proxy pylon on the map here for ExtraneouS.
Well, I would hope ExtraneouS didn't have any medevacs. That'd be weird.
Did I say I'm good at work?
Yeah. But no, point is made. Styles without medevacs and only one bunker and a pretty small army is going to feel the wrath of ExtraneouS' forces right now. This isn't even a... There's been a lot of engagements in this series where it's been like, but if he does this, but no, this army is going to tear through Johnnystyles if it attacks right now, which it is.
Stim is finished. That's the only good thing you can really say, and you can try to pull the SCVs to help out this bunker, but already the time warp goes down. Force fields go down in front of the bunker. That bunker just drops immediately. 3 Immortals are so quick at things. There's even a hallucinated Oracle. There's not a whole lot of DPS in this army, really. Yeah, he killed
those Zealots making poor choices, letting themselves all get picked off. And,
that was a bad place to go.
The really good force field's going to make up for it.
Yeah, he's trying to get on top of this, but there's just
a
little bit too much. Another Immortal coming in.
No, another Immortal. For a second there, I was like, wow, I might look like an idiot. He might actually beat this. But no, the last Immortal is just too much.
Yeah. Last bit of units here of ExtraneouS trickling in, still warping in units. Only on 3 gateways. The 4th one is finished up, just not quite turned over into an actual gateway just yet. Command center actually dies off, and Johnnystyles is gonna call GG there and leave it there. So CT6 not gonna be content with a a simple victory of 5-4. They go for the full blown 7-2.